I'm now recording, so do not mention the exact dates and times you got high, unless statute of limitations.
Do not say Tiananmen Square either, okay?
That's fine. We're not. We don't live
Name
under
a
a
time and I'll write yes.
All right. It's been a couple weeks, so last thing we went through, you've managed to hit the Dark Lake. You're on the way to Sloop-Lu-Dop, the Kuo-toa city, hopefully to resupply, maybe try to find a way out of this hellhole, hopefully try to stop the drow from constantly chasing you. But currently you've had a few minor hiccups here and there on the waterways. Some of you met a green hag.
Two of us.
Two you did, yes, who wanted...
Stool was there too. 3 of us.
3 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stool as well. Stool couldn't say much. And,
Tattletale.
I mean, he might tattle. But also, these people are scary.
True.
But you are currently 48 miles from Sloop-Lu-Dop, and your pursuit level is 4. And so we will begin. Alright. I assume we'll say it's morning, right?
Kind of.
Or oh,
Does
You
not
wake
matter in the Underdark.
you wake up. How about that?
The rest is over. Y'all
The
can't
rest-
sleep no more.
Yeah. You're all
That's
too well rested.
Still nighttime.
Still dark here. Who would have guessed? But we're all traveling. Do you guys just want me to go through and roll for random encounters and progress through the day? Got any roleplay you want to do?
Not on the boat.
It's a
I
little
like the specificity.
terrifying.
Anything
Like-
you want to do? Not on a boat.
Is there any of that fungus to make dwarven wicker from?
In the
Fire
water?
lichen.
Yeah.
In the boat?
I don't think we've collected
With
just
no
in the
supply?
general vicinity.
With no supplies. You don't have necessarily like a brewing kit or anything.
I know.
You'd at minimum need a jar.
But if I have the fungus, then I just need to find one of those things.
Well, as you travel, you see in the water something moving, but it's like 100 things moving close to the surface of the water, frantically moving. Some of you who are more well versed in the wildlife of the Underdark will know these as quippers. They are basically piranhas.
Hell. I know what book these are from.
Yeah,
God hell.
these
I read a book once.
oh, that's impressive.
Yeah,
These
it
little
only took me 2
bastards.
years.
Oh, jeez. These little bastards will go fucking crazy if they detect blood. So as they pass, do yourself a favor, don't bleed into the water.
Well, okay. I
No
guess.
promises.
It takes a moment, and they are just frantically moving around. They're just searching desperately for something to eat, something to tear apart in seconds. Who pushes Stool in?
No.
Alright. Who pushes Prince Dorendel in?
Stool have blood?
Yeah, wait.
I mean, he's a mushroom. He's, you know,
Mushrooms don't bleed
I
though.
don't think he has
they don't
blood.
bleed, but you know, he might have some juice to him.
Juice and blood are two very different things.
I disagree.
From a biological
No, they're all the same.
Is guidance a
Juice?
touch spell?
Yes.
It is.
Who do you push in the water? Now's your moment.
How's Jim Jar doing on his little floaty?
I was gonna
Oh
ask.
fuck! I forgot he was on a floaty. Okay, they all start swarming over to Jim Jar. I forgot he was
Okay.
one of the few people not in a fucking boat. You
How
see
far
all
away
these
did we
clippers.
see them, by the way? Like,
About 100 or so, but they know Jim Jar's in there, and that is fresh fucking meat. They are charging in. What do you do?
Take the rest of the rope off of him before they get him.
What do you mean? You just
'Cause
cut the rope?
I thought we gave him a bunch of rope when we.
Yeah, he's got a lot of rope.
So do you just what are you saying? You just pull him in, or
No, I was joking.
Yeah, that's.
can I will tell Topsy and Turvy to start pulling him in, and
Okay.
I will
there is a
load
concern.
my.
The
What?
concern is that this only holds 4 of you. Any more, and you might start to submerge yourself in the water.
Is Stool a
Bring him in for a second. Bring him in.
full-size being?
We'll hope we can hold for at
Yeah.
least a little bit. And I'm going to.
Okay.
Can I try something weird?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Always.
I am going to stick my feet over the side of the water behind us
Okay.
and cast Zephyr Strike on myself,
Okay.
which says I move like the wind, and for the duration, which is 1 minute, my movement does not provoke opportunity attacks. And once during that time, my walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of my turn.
Okay.
And I would just like to kick in the water as fast as I can to get us away
Oh
from these
my
clippers.
god. So you're just trying to make yourself a little engine.
Yep.
Okay. This feels like it needs a roll. But I don't know what
Oh, what
The
roll, Dan?
athletics, maybe?
Athletics
Yeah.
feels good.
Yeah, athletics feels alright. Alright, make me fuck it. Make me an athletics roll.
Cool.
With advantage.
With advantage? Okay. Here we.
Okay, 19. I'll take it.
Okay.
You start kicking incredibly quickly. Kicking like
Oh.
the wind as you're trying to reel Jim Jar in. You fly past the Clippers, leaving your friends behind. Unfortunately, Jim Jar can't get back onto the boat before your force of the kicking just sends him back, and instead of floating on the paddle now, he's basically like a what's that called when you're like on the end of it, like on the end of a rope with a boat, like a speedboat dragging you along
Buoy?
by your feet.
Oh.
He's like on an inner tube or a wakeboard.
Yeah, and he is just fucking going. I'll say eventually you guys just you get the fuck out of there. You're separated now, kind of from the group.
It's only a
But-
minute, so as soon as the spell's done, I stop.
Okay, after a full minute of doing that, though, you're a little separated from the group, but you're away from the Clippers. They seem to not realize what the fuck just happened. There's no blood in the water, so they can't really detect that.
Good.
Gotta swim fast.
Good. Good.
So the Clippers eventually leave. Everyone else catches up.
Alright, Jim Jar,
Somehow.
back in the water.
Okay. And so, we continue with our day. I think it's just a normal pace, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Which a normal pace is how many do you complete in a day?
About 24 miles is the average, but it's a little weird because
Right.
Underdark and swimming
Right.
and whatever.
Yep, 24. Alright, I'll say if you have to eat, there's probably a few Underdark fish and whatnot.
Cool.
Very
you have a
weird
way
fish.
Not quippers, right?
Not quippers, but other weird blind fish.
Hold up, why not quippers? They're fish all
You
the same.
can eat clippers.
Yeah, but I
They're
don't want to
easy to-
spend another spell.
They're easy to bait. They're
This is true. As long as it's not a swarm of quippers. we're
Swarm, yeah, swarms are a problem, which they usually are in, but
Okay. Well,
Quippers again.
no, not Quivers again. But you guys are mostly fine. You eventually spend all fucking day just rowing and just sailing through the never-ending twists and turns of the Dark Lake, guided by Shushar the Awakened. For a moment, you think you're lost, and you don't know how he can tell the difference between any of these tunnels, caverns, anything of the sort. He simply tells you he's mastered the small signs. And he tries to point at one. He tries to point at one, but you just see a rock wall, you know. And then, like, he points at another one, just a stalactite. There are no real signs that you see. So eventually you guys stop actively paddling and just kind of drift a bit.
I'll say to him, "Are you sure you know where you're going?"
Yes, spent a long decades just traversing the Dark Lake.
Sure you have. Insight check.
Okay.
Never mind.
Hard
It's the
man to
truth.
read. You don't really know much about Kuo-toa or their facial expressions.
He's telling the truth. He's a fish man.
Sometimes my people will have one of us will have a spiritual awakening and we drift through the Dark Lake and hopes to find clarity. I wish to go back home and promote my clarity.
What is your clarity?
A life of non-violence, pure pacifism.
I will squint my eyes at him and say, "Tell me, how did you get to this place of nonviolence in a world like this?" And I just kind of motion my hands.
It was not easy. But the Dark Lake just allowed me to open my mind.
Gundra just kind of mumbles something about trying to pick apart the philosophies of a mad fish.
And while you do that, an aquatic troll attacks.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, gang. Gundra isn't, but I'm sorry because I caused this.
How could you?
Everyone roll initiatives as a giant fucking troll comes out of the water,
Oh,
looking to
sweet.
capsize you and eat you. Let me change the bit.
Ew.
You're very delicious.
Thanks. Oh.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Roll for him. All right. Is that everybody?
Shit.
No.
Sodane's the last one.
I tried. I'm trying again.
Did you set up his token correctly?
Should be. Okay. That worked.
Oh my god, it was
Still
the same
10.
roll.
Same roll. Didn't have to do anything.
You want to do a mass roll for NPCs then?
Yeah, I'll just do Sareth. That's...
Ew, the drow.
There's some draft favoritism here.
Hi.
They're doing well, actually. They
Yeah. Surprisingly so. Alright. Well, you're all surprised as the troll comes in. Let's, you know what? I don't know who to pick, so I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Boom! It rams right into your guys' small rickety boat, Frankie Thodane. And he attempts to attack, currently we'll say Frankie. We got aquatic troll. Troll makes 3 attacks, 1 bite, and 2 claws. Bite. Does an 18 hit?
Yep.
6 piercing damage. Does a 14 hit?
Yep.
Okay. 9 slashing damage.
Jesus.
That's an 18. The second claw attack. That's 14 slashing damage.
I'm down.
Oh
my
my god.
We're level 2.
Yep. There's this challenge rating
Jesus
5.
Christ.
Okay, top of the round. We will go with the NPCs. Who is able to shoot?
I don't think any NPCs have bullets. Or
Okay.
Sarah
crossbow.
Sarah is close enough to take mine, or yours, or somebody's.
Right.
And
Okay.
Jim Jar can shoot mine.
Okay. So we'll say Jinjar and Sareth both make a range attack. Okay, and crossbow. He does 14. It's 14 to hit. The question is, Christ, get out of the way. Does it? No, it does not hit.
14.
All right. We may have to think about running away. Jim Jar makes an attack. He rolls a nat 1.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
The bolt.
Troll turn again. He's going after Thodane now.
Ah!
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Fight attack. 16. Does that hit?
Ah!
Is that a yes?
10 piercing damage.
Shield.
Shield. Alright, well, what's your AC now that you have shield? +5.
17.
Okay, cool. 2 claw attacks. That's a nat 1. That's a 12. Does a 12 hit?
That's not 17.
Oh, it's still going. Sorry. I thought it was just for the one attack.
No,
Thank
it
you
lasts
for that.
until the end of your to the start of your
Got
next
it.
turn. Yeah, it's
Gundra.
okay. Let's figure this out. I am probably not within 15 feet of this thing. Okay. We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna magic missile him ass because that is my longest range spell.
Okay.
Have some
1,
arcane
2,
force.
3. Near pretty good damage. Thir-
Okay, alright.
Yeah, Gundra kind of just stands up as best he can and like
What is that? 13?
yeah, 13 total.
Sure.
Launches out as many of those missiles and just strikes at it.
Alright. Keyleth.
Me.
You.
I can do nothing. Sareth has my crossbow.
Take it.
Take the crossbow. I
Yeah.
can just do that.
Yeah. Free
I
action.
guess.
Free action. Unless he stops
Interaction
you.
with an
Reaction.
object, so.
Damn.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Rogi. Unless there's anything else you can do.
No.
I didn't think so. Rogi.
I will grab. Oh, fuck. I want to try that. No, I'm not going to try the same thing again yet. I will cast Magic Stone
Okay.
on 3 of the stones in my little pouch and throw one at him.
Alright, roll it. That hits. 8 bludgeoning damage. Nice.
And can
It
I?
takes notice.
Alright. I will say to Topsy and Turvy on their turn. We have little oars for this, right?
Yeah.
Start rowing now!
Okay, Topsy and Turvy both like work together in pretty good unison, you know, twins. And they start rowing like their life depends on it, because it probably does. Okay, Thodane.
Alright.
This is
I'm
challenge.
gonna rack its brain with the oppression that my race has endured for years.
Oppression,
Yeah, from Mind Flayers.
Ooh.
I guess. Yeah, Mind Sliver. Alright, just needs to make a intelligence save. He doesn't have a good one. He rolled a 14.
That mother trucker.
That was the
Damn.
-2, by the way. Anything else you want to do? Frankie's unconscious next to you. I
Yeah,
believe.
Frankie is unconscious. I'm gonna attempt to see if I can stabilize his wounds.
I think that's an action.
I will start looking at his wounds and wait
Okay.
for 6 seconds to pass.
All right, Frankie, roll a death saving throw for me. All right, that's a +1. Okay, NPC's turns.
Check Bupido and Shushar's abilities. I don't know if they have any, but you know they're there. They can do.
Yeah, I'll
something.
look. I'll look for you. Bupido the Darrier, all he has is magic resistance. Shushar himself will not attack or do anything.
He can help. There's a dying man in front of him.
Yeah, can
That's
you make a medicine
true.
check for
Can
a
you at least try to
stabilize?
stabilize him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll make it a check. He rolled a 9. No. All right. Anyone else that can attack? Sareth, I assume, and Jimjar. The hand crossbow.
Yeah, and also Topsy and Turvy are starting to row.
Right. I'll keep that in mind. That's an 11 for Sareth. So that's no go. Jimjar rolls a 14, which is also no go. Fuck. Prince Durendal could do something if he was closer. Seems like there's not much else to it. Troll.
Should have attacked me.
Yeah. Troll's turn. You see the wounds on the troll start to heal. He's doing better. He is gonna go fuck up Rogi after swimming.
Can you make it there while swimming?
He can make. He can move about 30. His swim speed is about 30 feet.
Okay.
He's an aquatic troll. This one has seemed to mutate with like what looks to be almost a pair of gills, like webbed fingers, toes, and things like that. Still incredibly long claws. So he's coming at you with a bite attack, which is a 14. Does that hit?
No, it misses.
Okay, claw attack. That's a 20. That hits. 12 slashing
Somehow that
damage.
misses too. Oh god. Half of my health.
Second claw attack. 12 slashing damage.
Was it a hit?
Yeah, it's 17. Does a 17 hit?
17 just hits, you
Yeah,
motherfucker.
okay. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm down.
Oh, and Rogi's down. That's the troll's turn. Gundra.
How close is it to me?
I would say if you're all within a fair distance, I'd say about 10-15 feet.
10, 15 feet? Okay, let's do something that might do a little bit more damage. He says an incantation, coats his hand in flame, and just shoots it out as hard as he can. We're going to force a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. He rolled a 3.
Good. Take 10 damage, please. Thank you.
He takes 10 damage and cannot heal on the next turn because he has been hit with fire. As standard for trolls. Fire bad. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I don't really have much else I can do without spending a spell slot, so.
Okay. Keluth.
How close is close? How close? How close is he?
Well, Mike Tyson, he's
Oh,
about
it's Sam Malcolm
10
team.
to 15 feet away.
17 feet away.
I mean 10 to 15.
10 to 15. Is it possible to row closer? As movement.
Yeah, I'll say as movement. You can work together with, like, say, Prince Durendal to try to move closer. We'll just move your guys just a little bit closer. I'll say these things don't move fast, but I'll say that's enough distance you could probably cover if you're all working very hard.
To make potentially a melee?
I would say, yeah, go ahead.
Awesome.
So, Dane, you're still conscious, correct?
I am.
Okay. Shorts are 12 misses, unfortunately. It's thick hide. It's too much. Even for
Alright.
Keluth.
I'm gonna
You're not
make
buff
another
enough.
attack.
Wow.
Are you
not
gonna be
buff
buffed?
enough.
That hits.
Oof.
That hits. That's a 7 piercing. It roars at you, hating to be slashed. Alright, Rogi, roll a death saving throw.
I shall.
Okay, that's a positive.
Okay.
Alright, Thodane.
Are you stable yet, Frankie?
He's not.
I'm
Nope.
gonna try to, I guess, assist Shushar with the stabilizing Frankie since I'm in the same boat.
Okay, you're gonna assist Shushar when he makes a roll.
When does that happen? Is that a while from now?
No, it's after Frankie, and then it's the NPC's turn.
Okay.
Just want to hold your action to assist Shushar.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, noted. Frankie, roll a death saving throw. That's another
Hey.
positive. One more and you are stabilized.
Yep.
Alright, NPC's turn. Sarah can make a melee, Prince Durendil can.
Yeah, he needs to. He's the
Jimjar can
biggest
also
man.
make a melee. Yeah. Jimjar can also make a melee. We'll start with Prince Durendil. He will make 2 claw attacks against the troll. That's a miss. That's a hit. Oh, it was a 19 and a nat 20. It's unfortunate. So he hits. So he does 5 slashing damage. Okay, Sareth pulls out his short sword, makes an attack. He rolls a 23, does 4 damage. You're just hacking away at this fucking troll.
Yeah, at this point, I think we have to. We're not getting very far from it, so.
Yeah. Jimjar will make a. He's got the spy stats, so he can make 2.
Does he have a sneak attack? I don't
I'm
remember what
actually-
spies do.
Oh yeah, he can actually make a sneak attack. So he can make 2 melee attacks. One of them will be sneak attack. So dagger attack, that's a miss. That's a hit.
You only need one of them to hit.
Yep, he rolls a 3 for that. Then I will roll the sneak attack. Oh no, that's not right. And you make 2d6. Oh, why I did that? So he did 6 damage. Not excellent,
We're getting
but
it down. That's
you're
kinda what we need.
tearing it apart. Yeah. That's. Oh wait, Shushar needs to make the medicine check with Thodane helping. Shushar will make his roll. He rolled a 16.
Hey.
That's it. That's enough. So, Frankie is currently stabilized. I don't think anyone else is gonna do anything else.
Unless Topsy and Turvy got something they can do.
And I mean, I
They're
don't know if they
currently
can.
rowing away.
Yeah, I don't know if they can still move with the troll in front of them or not, or get away from the troll. But
You want him to get away from the troll still? I could say like, yeah, they move a good amount, probably like over here. Okay, with that, the troll's turn. He does not heal. He will make an attack against Prince Durendil. Makes a bite attack. I think Prince Durendil doesn't have armor. I don't remember.
Eat him.
Nah.
So Prince Durendil's base AC then is 13. So that bite attack
He
misses.
didn't put on a chainmail shirt.
I don't think he did. Well, the troll missed all of his attacks, so
Good.
it doesn't matter. Okay, Gundra.
Yeah, we're gonna save a spell slot, and we're gonna do a very typical but usually good. Man, I wish. 5.
5 damage. I mean, you're still tearing this thing apart.
Yeah, fire damage too.
And now-
So.
And fire damage to keep him from healing. All right, is that your turn?
He also yells, "Kill this thing before it kills all of us!" At everybody being a coward, which is, I don't even know who all I think that is.
Okay.
Anyone who's not you.
How nice. Keeluth,
It's me.
you're still in melee.
Yeah. That's all
That's
I
a
can do.
miss. Just one attack?
Mhm.
Okay. Rogi, you are still...
That's safe.
Death save for me.
Hey.
Not positive, you're looking good. So Dane.
Alright, Frankie's good.
I don't know if you have any healing spell or anything like that.
No.
Like, I don't think we have access to one until we get third
Oh,
level
that's
spells.
right. Yeah,
And that's like a very particular one.
right. So what you doing, Thodane? Mind Sliver again. Okay.
Yes.
Rolling that intelligence for him. He rolled a 17,
Mother.
which is he has a -2, so
I
I'm just rolling
know.
very well on that. All right, Frankie, you are stabilized. Does that mean he's unconscious,
Yes.
or is he just? Well, he's got like 1 hit point, I think, right?
No, he's...
Or is he just unconscious?
He's unconscious
still?
until a period of time passes. Usually one.
He doesn't have to
Right.
roll death saves.
Yeah. Also, you don't have to roll for attack for Mind Sliver, so you can probably uncheck something in that.
Yeah,
spell
you
slot.
could get rid of the. Yeah, you could get rid of the roll for an attack. Because it's just, it's save or nothing. Okay, so we'll say Frankie is out for 3 hours. Unfortunately. But he is no longer dying, so that's good. Sareth and all the other NPCs. So we'll say Sareth and Durendal will make an attack. That's a 15 that hits for Sareth. Doing 3 damage. Where's Prince Durendal? Prince Durendal will make 2 claw attacks. That's a hit, and that's a hit.
If you want,
Oh, he did 8 and 5
Mm.
on damage.
If you want to imagine me and Durendal can be switched places because I'm not next to this thing.
You're all good in general. You can do that if you want. Oh god, this thing is fucked up. Jim Jar is gonna try to stabilize. Topsy and Turvy are. Jim Jar and Stool are gonna assist each other to help stabilize Rogi. So Jim Jar,
nice.
he's got a decent enough one. Okay. So yeah, Jim Jar with advantage rolls. He rolls an 11 with advantage. I think that's still good enough. I think you are
It
stabilized.
is. Yay.
You're no longer dying. Topsy and Turvy are still paddling the fuck away. Alright. The troll's turn. He cannot heal. Very angry at Prince Durendal. Gonna keep making attacks against it. Bite, attack, that's that's not a dirty 20. Prince Durendal takes 7 damage.
Hold
He
up,
has 45
hold
hit
up.
points.
Is the troll within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna intercept that.
Okay.
Subtract 4 damage from the
Alright.
attack.
So he only takes 3 damage. Got it. Nice. That was good. Alright, need another claw attack. That's a miss. That's a hit. Claw attack does 12 damage to Durendal.
Ow.
Okay. Yeah, Durendal is looking a little hurt. He's actually got a lot of hit points, so he'll be fine.
That's why he's on our boat.
Yes. 45 minus 3 minus 12. Basically 45 minus 15. Got it. Okay. Alright. That's the troll's turn. Gundra.
Yep. Gotta do the same
Out
thing.
of the way.
Holding 14. Damn.
A 14 misses, unfortunately. Just lights up the cavern a little bit as it travels before fading out. Okay, Keeluth.
Ooh.
That's a miss,
Mhm.
unfortunately. Rogi, you are stabilized.
Yay.
Thodane. What you doing, boy?
Mere Keeluth has to hit eventually. Come on, you bastard.
Theoretically.
Fail.
Okay.
Let your mind be severed.
He rolled a nat 20.
That son of a.
It's an 18. But it's
the
green.
smartest fucking troll.
He's evolved to be incredibly
My
intelligent.
God.
You think you can fool me? I went to college.
That's right. I went to Troll University. Frankie, you are not dying. Alright, NPCs. Start with Sereth making a short sword attack. That hits. 5 damage. Okay, Prince Dorendil retaliating. Claw attacks. That's a hit, and that's a hit. Does a 7 and 5. Torrendil has done good damage. This troll has 3 hit points left. Jimjar is gonna make a hand crossbow attack.
You better.
Oh, he's gonna have disadvantage though. It's outside the range, but he's gonna make the shot. He got a 21 at disadvantage.
Damn.
Yeah,
And what's
that
his
was
dex
good.
bonus?
Dex bonus is +2.
He kills him.
He fucking yeah. Boink! The troll gets an arrow straight through the skull, just from Sereth and like Keeluth and Gundra's point of view. You just see the bolt come straight in through the skull and just stay there. The troll is currently dead. However, you start to see the wound heal and slowly push the bolt out.
Okay.
Time to go.
Does that happen at the start of his turn?
Yes, it would.
Wonderful. Let's go, baby.
Regeneration, he gets 10 hit points back. And he's back in the game. He has 7 hit points now. Okay, he's gonna go after Dorendil again. Because he's not dead yet. Makes a bite attack that hits with a 26. Dorendil takes 8 damage.
No, he doesn't. He takes 1.
Hey! Got a nat 1 on a claw attack. Got a nat 1 on the second claw attack. Okay, well, that troll basically wasted his fucking turn.
Good.
Gundra.
Last-
Troll was dead. Troll not dead.
Last spell. Make a save.
Okay. He rolled a 19.
He still takes half, I believe. So 5 fire damage, and he's not healing.
Okay, yeah, he's not healing. He is down to 2 hit
Oops,
points.
sorry. That's what I wanted to do. Double checking.
Okay.
Yep.
Burning hands. Yep. Okay, got it. Keeluth, can you do 2 damage?
Oh, whoops.
Nope.
That's the wrong. That was the wrong thing. But it's nope either way.
Either way, Dane, can you do 2 damage? This thing can't heal.
This has gotta connect once.
You can't stop him. He went to Troll University.
Mush mind.
He rolled a 6.
Yes, bitch!
You fucking shatter his mind, and you just see his eyes roll the back of his head, his tongue lolls out, and he starts to sink into the dark lake, unable to heal, his brain broken, blood just kind of oozing out of his nose and ears.
Aha!
You have turned his mind to mush,
You're no match for a dwarf.
and you've killed a CR5 troll.
Gundra leans up, leaning on Prince Dendril for balance, and just says, "This is twice now I've saved some of your lives. Make sure that they're not dying, and let's get out of here."
Okay.
We're awake.
Let's see, how many hours is... So, after a couple hours, Frankie and Rogi, you both come to.
Enough for a short rest.
You're taking a long rest at this point.
Oh,
This
okay.
is like the end of your day. But Frankie and Rogi, about the same time, you both kind of open your eyes, flutter them open, then quickly dart and look around like, Where the fuck is the troll?
Heh, heh.
Love this
Where
one.
are we?
In a cave.
Where is... We won?
Yes, you can thank me later.
Even though it attacked us.
Who killed him? I immediately looked to Thodane. It was you, wasn't it?
It was a collective effort.
I was the one that prevented it from healing, so it was mine.
But who dealt the killing blow?
It doesn't matter if the killing blow wouldn't have worked without my aid.
Yes. Gundra is the savior.
Kundra.
Thank
I
you.
look at him and, and my eyebrow arches impossibly high.
With just a look of incredulity.
He's leaning as best he can inside of his boat, probably kind of on top of Prince Central a little bit, because there isn't room.
Yeah, Durangel's sitting there.
Rowing a little
He's
bit.
upset that his already tattered elven clothes that don't fit him are even more ruined by this troll.
I have clothes that won't fit him, and if it really bothers him that much, he can have some.
No, this was keepsake from old life. It can never be replaced.
He just kind of, Gunder's literally just gonna roll his eyes. It does not matter. It matters the least amount of anything that has gone on.
He just kind of like tears the sleeve off and throws it. Angry, almost bestial in his manner, which kind of makes you concerned for a second.
Are you going to throw a tantrum?
He just fucking turns on you.
Listen,
He's like angry. He's snarling.
Gundra is taken aback by this, and he just holds up his hand. Focus on your survival. After that, you can make as many keepsakes as you want of your new life. After we heal you, of course.
He breathed heavily for a few minutes, and eventually kind of comes to, and he's like, very sorry. Curse, must be taking over.
Well, if your curse can't control itself, you're going to get kicked off this boat.
He put in
So-
work. We'll only give him 2 strikes for that.
He just kind of growls and just sits on the boat, looks out the water. So you're not paddling at this point anymore. You're kind of just drifting as you take your long rest. So if you don't have hit points or have lost any, get them back.
Hey.
Little abilities, anything like that.
Do we need to take watches?
I regained my spells. We're all gonna be awake. We're just kind of drifting, you know?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not really necessary.
sure.
Like
Can I
that would
use Song of Rest?
have been your creature. Oh, you could use Song of Rest.
That's a good
That's
one.
for a short rest, though.
Yeah, it's...
Only short rest?
Is it?
Well, I mean, for a long rest, you get all your hit points anyway.
Oh, that's true. And hit die. Or
Yeah,
if you
it pretty
have
much
to
it pretty
hit
much
die.
just helps you potentially not have to use a hit die, which is
Well,
nice. But
On Song of Rest, you can only use the extra points if you use hit die.
Which is
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Yeah, which is kind of unnecessary right now. But I like where your head was at.
Song of Rest
It-
is free, though. If you want to do it for flavor.
definitely do that on every short rest.
Yeah, actually, yeah. What would be your Song of Rest equivalent for Frankie?
I just tell a story about the time I made money.
Oh yeah. How'd that story go?
Save it for the actual time.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. You are now within 24 miles of Sloop Ludop. You guys just start paddling as you all come to and wake up. Just enjoying the absolute nothingness of all the water and the caverns around you, you do start to notice that it is starting to become a large cavern very slowly as you keep traveling. Let's see. Okay. You spend most of the day just kind of paddling along. Some of you might be getting nervous as Shushar states that you're close. Is there anything you would like to just talk about in the meantime?
I
Plan?
would like, with the assistance of Prince Dendril, to make a strength check on Gundra's collar.
Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, roll. Yeah, go ahead and roll it with advantage.
Damn.
No. Alright,
Uh,
that was unfortunate.
Yeah, Gundra. I'm gonna say this is. I'll say this is Gundra's fault because he's uncomfortable doing this on a boat, and he keeps
Yeah.
kind of like fighting it. Not really, but like he's like, I don't know if we should, but in a more bratty way.
Right. You do feel a little bit nervous at some points when when like say, you know, they start to try to tear at your collar and then the whole boat starts to rock.
Yeah, like just literally just like lightly
Charger
slapping their arm as hard as I
is-
can.
As hard as I can, lightly.
Yeah, lightly as hard as I can. That's minus 3 strength, baby. Just like, no, stop it, stop it.
Being a real bitch about it.
We'll do this on dry land if you're so obsessed with it. There might be tools in the town as well. By the way, will we be welcomed there?
It's hard to say.
Of course not. We're drow.
Well, he touches his collar.
Agreed.
We can make something up.
When you get into about an hour or so away from Sloop Dop, you encounter on their own boats and a little bit and like some in the water. You see about 8 Kuo-toa, led by a Kuo-toa monitor. As soon as your boat becomes your boats become noticeable, this is when most of them hop into the water and swim towards you. It's only 6, Daniel. Come on, do your math.
Gundra does a vague point at Shushar to kind of like, hey, do something, and also, look, we have one of your kind with us.
He's just like flailing, pointing.
Yeah, just like a vague gesture towards him.
Got it. They're attacking. Kill them all.
I mean, they might be. Look at them.
As you say that, you do notice some of them are brandishing spears and nets, and they are swimming aggressively towards you. Everyone, roll initiative.
Damn.
Well, fuck.
Okay, let me change up the music a bit.
Woof.
That was also not what I wanted to do. Calm down there, roll 20. What music we thinking, guys? That might be a little too intense. That might be a lot more. Yeah, I'll go with this. Alright, should I put all the Kuo-toa just in one turn order? Or one turn?
Whip can probably be separate because he probably.
Yeah,
has
that was
slightly
gonna do the.
different stats.
I was gonna do the monitor as something different. But I'll do all the basic Kuo-toa under one. 6 Kuo-toa monitor. Roll the 10. Okay. Seeing them come, you know, you're not surprised. So Frankie, you're first to go.
Does any of them look like a leader of sorts?
Yes, there's one in particular, that center one, that very much looks like to be the one giving out orders, though in a language you are completely unknown about. It sounds like they're bubbling as they talk.
NBC turn.
So, well, oh yeah, NPC turn. Good call, Mark. We'll just do Sareth again. So what are you doing, Dane?
Does charm person only work if I can speak a language?
It should say in the spell.
I should say in this spell.
You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range.
So,
Then
I
not
mean,
necessarily. You can just smile and wink at him.
Yeah,
In that case, I will do charm person.
I will say they are considered hostile.
I
So I
think
think it's disadvantage.
yeah, they get advantage on the save, which is the opposite of that.
Right.
because-
Advantage on the save. Yeah. So you still want to do it?
I got nothing else to do,
Okay.
so
You don't have any attack spell or cantrip?
nothing that would hurt. Well, I'll do a bonus action, regardless.
What's your bonus action going to be?
Blade Ward.
You can only cast one per turn.
It's a cantrip.
I know it does. It's still only one spell per turn.
Cantrips don't
Even
count.
if it is.
I think cantrips are fine.
Cantrips I
Cantrips
can
are
use
fine?
a bonus action
Yeah.
cantrip.
All right, I'll go with it.
I literally googled it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it'd be like if you were trying to do like healing word or something after casting like charm person. I don't think that would work.
You just can't do 2 level spells.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Charm person. So the monitor has to make a is it a
Charisma or wisdom.
save
Wisdom
with
14.
advantage? Got it.
Mhm.
He failed. He rolled a 5. What do you do to charm him?
I'll just smile and open my arms as if like a gesture of not seeing someone in such a long time.
Okay. Hey, like hey.
I like
Quoted.
that.
Hey,
Magic.
it's me.
And then as your A ripples out through the weave, it kind of takes hold of the monitor and he kind of does a similar gesture back. Hey, currently charmed by you. It regards you as a friendly acquaintance. Okay, solid move. It is not their turn yet, but I will say on their turn, the monitor will probably tell them to stop going at you. Rogi.
And I guess I'll make sure my friends know that I don't have any attention on. Or we should not attack him.
Okay, you let them
We
all
should not-
know that
yeah.
he's charmed and shouldn't be attacked. Got it.
Yes.
Rogi, what are you doing?
I will hold a hand crossbow attack.
Okay.
To shoot any of the creatures if they attack anyone.
Alright, they become
They go
hostile.
Mhm.
Got it. Keeluth.
Same. Well,
Same.
with the
Got-
sword instead of.
Okay, got it.
Does-
Gundra.
Does someone in our group speak their language?
Yes.
Shushar
does.
does.
Shushar? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Gundra doesn't really have a lot you can do, so pass.
Okay. Any of the NPCs, you guys got any ideas what they should be doing?
I would
Shushar
like
should,
to have Shushar
yeah.
translate for me.
Okay, yeah.
Shushar
easy
should
enough.
just in general be like, hey, it's cool.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
I
awakened,
think
guys.
the charm person only Dane is considered the friend, but I'll say because you are a group, this might work. Shushar will speak the actually these guys speak. These guys actually all do speak I think Undercommon.
Oh, well, I know Undercommon too.
Yeah, so I think you guys will all be good there. Sorry, I was used to a different game when like nobody fucking spoke Undercommon.
Shushar should definitely still be like, hey guys, everything is cool.
Okay. You want me just to roll like a
Persuasion
Yeah.
or something.
persuasion? Okay. It's got a -1, but we'll go for it.
Advantage because the charm?
I'll allow it, yeah. He rolled a nat 1 and a 3. His nat 1 has become a 0. So he's attempting to talk to him, but they are literally like, fuck you, we're not interested in you. Alright, the monitor shouts out in Undercommon. No, not yet! I like this one. Or I like this one. Because that is how they speak. A lot of blumps and blumps. I will say, yeah,
As
they
their hometown suggests.
the Kuo-toa that were swimming towards you, spears and net in hand, just stop and look back confused. But for the Deep Father. Why no, we will bring them in. Slowly. You there. Do you lead these people? Talking to you, Frankie.
I am an ambassador of these people.
We must bring you to Slugludap for the Deep Father.
Very well. We mean you no harm.
Okay, I will note, after a minute they become hostile.
After an hour.
After an hour they become hostile. I'm sorry,
Well,
I
it
got that wrong.
specifically says the creature knows it was charmed by you. So
Friends
will
is the
know
one
it was
that they
charmed
become
after an hour.
hostile after an hour, not charmed.
I got that one.
You're thinking of friends.
I'm thinking of friends. You're right. Okay, well, for an hour the leader is charmed by Frankie, regards you as a friend, and as such, he doesn't really care about most of you, but he has become non-hostile.
I'll look to the others. Okay,
Intense
we got an
music.
hour before this guy attacks us again.
That'll do.
Okay.
It's more than
Okay.
enough time to
It's a
run
start.
off.
Okay, well, on the way to, as they lead you towards Sloop-Blue-Dop and you see the city up ahead, there becomes something different. Let me just move everything around so you get a better kind of idea. Got a lot of shit on my screen. As there is now a second group that is approaching you.
Oh my
Made-
god.
Made up of 6 Kuo-toa, a monitor, 2 monitors,
For fuck's sake.
and an archpriest.
Something tells
Oh,
me you
boy.
all have encountered this NPC before.
Alright, let me get the archpriest real quick. As we come back into it.
Goes to his closet to retrieve giant fish priest.
Yes. A second group starts swimming towards you all. What do you do?
Chill.
Remain on the boat.
Okay, as you chill, there starts to become a fucking brawl
Oh
between
god.
the group you're with and this second group as they attack the Kuo-toa.
Let's leave.
Kuo-toa on Kuo-toa warfare is happening here. As they are charging, they're shouting, they are stabbing and netting people, dropping them further into the dark lake before they swim down and stab the ever living shit out of them.
Trill, Q, start
Do
rolling.
you start
Keyleth
rowing
starts
away?
rowing away.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is
I don't think this city's good for us.
We'll look at Shushar and say, I think we should stay here.
I think we should find out what is happening.
It's just some
Madness
kind
not
of
Madness is
normal.
happening. I don't need to be a Kuo-toa to know that you all have lost it even more than usual.
We're not
Hey, shut up.
We're not debating this. Let's go.
We got no hostilities. We got to find out what the fuck is going on. I ain't dying because of some civil war.
Yeah. Thank
Neither
you.
am
Let's
I.
Go.
Let us leave.
Yeah.
The river only goes one way. Let's go.
This is like we good.
Oh, you're just fucking off?
Yep.
Yeah. Why would
We're
we
just gonna go around them.
Okay.
Fuck you
start-
guys, we're going home.
Do you head to land? Because you see there's like a shore, like even you see the giant rickety buildings of Sloop-Top,
Mhm.
but there is like a shore even to the sides of the city.
That feels good. Yeah.
That'll
You're
Are
gonna
we
head
do.
sure
there,
we're
yeah.
just not gonna bother with the city at all?
We're
Just
gonna
keep going.
bother with the city. We're just not gonna bother with this.
Okay,
All right,
got it.
let's go to the shore.
Okay. As you head to shore, you look back, and most of the fighting is kind of done. As they've lost some men. Actually, it should be probably one
Which
more.
one is they? Who's lost the men?
Exactly. You see the Archpriest, Monitor, and four Kuo-toa that kind of appear, and they're swimming towards you now after the battle's gone away. You're got a good distance on them, though, and you're basically to the shore. But they're heading right to you. What do you do?
We might run and hide in town, gather as much supplies as you can find, and then we'll meet back here in an hour or so. I don't know.
Okay. You gonna try to make it to the city?
Yeah, there's more places to hide there, you know.
Yep.
Alright, fair enough, fair enough.
Is there anywhere I can see from the landing area, or as we're heading in towards the city, where we could potentially kind of hide our crafts a little bit?
Not really, it's kind of an open cavern.
Okay.
They probably just won't give too much of a shit about it.
We can also steal a boat if we really need to.
Yeah,
Okay.
just set
They
you guys
probably
off.
have at least one. They're fish people, but you know, boats is boats.
Right.
It's true.
They have boats themselves, too. We'll say, we'll put you here as soon as... Oh no, that didn't work well.
You've killed us.
I've... Some of you were off the map entirely. Alright, let me just resize you appropriately. Oh god, that might be a bit too small. This isn't working as well as I had hoped. It's like
Like,
sometimes when you go like different map sizes, it really becomes fucky.
I'm gonna go to the little boys' room real quick.
Yeah, now's a good time for that.
Finish up my worksheet.
Said you gotta take a shit?
I'm going to finish up my worksheet.
You gotta take a shit.
Sure, sure.
Let's see who else is left. Frankie, Thodan, Shushar. Boop. Great. You land on the shore just outside the city walls, as it is. Okay. I will show you the city.
Yay. And there was much rejoicing.
And then here is your little map.
Holy hell.
And we'll just wait for Rhea to get back and we'll continue. Rio. I'm gonna take a quick piss too, I guess.
Okay. I am coming up with
Fun.
brain plans. Because if you notice where we are, there's like a guard, like right there. We're gonna. Part of me doesn't wanna immediately start attacking people, you know?
Oh, that's where we are? Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Rogi is very good at sneaking, so.
What's this fence like? I need to. We're gonna have to ask for details.
Yes.
Alright, is Rio back yet?
No.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah, Mark,
Yes.
in your scheming about what to do, I have disguise self.
That's a
So
spell I wish I kept.
Is that a
I,
spell you can cast?
Yes, disguise yourself, I believe, is free.
it is
Okay.
vocal somatic.
Okay, perfect.
So
You just gotta be aware of that material cost.
my stealth isn't very nice. So I should probably just hide in plain sight.
That's not a bad idea.
We could. Yeah, they mentioned something about a deep father. I have no idea what that could possibly be, but
I'm guessing he's some sort of leader in this group, probably religious.
it's probably a god they made up.
What's the Deep Father?
I don't know. It's.
If he's a god they made up, they probably have a statue or something, or a shrine.
If
Maybe.
you'd like, you can make a
You
religion
got
check.
some Shimshar, or at least Kilu.
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
I'll make a religion check.
How many of us can?
Kilu.
Anyone who wants to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kilu says to Shimshar.
Do
What
I
is
dare?
this Deep Father?
Shushar replies, I am not aware of a deep father. Frankie, you've heard a kind of here and there on the streets,
While I'm
They
doing my
worship
black market deals.
on your black market deal. You've heard a thing or two about Kuo-toa. You've heard they worship something they call the Sea Mother, which you're aware of the story of the Sea Mother to a degree. Kuo-toa are so fucking crazy that they took like a statue of a beautiful woman and they didn't have a head, so they put a crab on top of it. And then they worshipped it so much and enough that it became a fucking god in the pantheon. So you're aware that they just invented a god into existence. Alright, Rio, you're back?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're aware of that. I don't know if you guys saw exactly where you are on the map. You're like on the far end,
The left coast.
the left coast. It would technically be the south coast,
What?
because the map is not. North is the other direction of the map. Alright. So as you get to shore, you notice there are some kind of guards here and there along this, what I guess they call a wall. It is really just a bunch of heavy netting with like sharp bones and hooks like woven into them. The middle of each wall is a gate of which, you could pass into the city. I'll say you're far enough away that they're not really taking any notice of you.
This guy's sleeping.
At least any guards. Yes, and you know your time traveling with Shushar. Kuo-toa don't have eyelids, so when they're asleep, you don't fucking know.
Christ.
Also, they seem to always be in some constant motion. Shushar is better about that. But from these different Kuo-toa guards you see in the kind of distance, they're all just constantly like moving, walking around, pacing. They can't sit still. So, there is this other group of Kuo-toa that is heading your way.
Let's just cut through the fence and scatter among the buildings.
Yeah, Shushar. Well, are these people gonna see you as hostile?
Frankly, I don't know anymore.
If you get caught, just tell them you're here to aid with the ritual to the Deep Father or whatever the hell they want to hear. We'll deal with it.
Follow your lead.
Hmm.
So you're gonna try to cut through the netting and whatnot, make your own little hole through.
Yeah.
You guys play evil so well.
All right, easy enough with your swords and stuff. It's heavy netting, but you work your way through and you manage to cut yourself a hole and work your way one by one into the city. By the time that the small group of Kuo-toa arrive on the shore, you're kind of just in the city now.
Cool.
Now, Sloopudop is weird because it is just all of these structures. It seems like the Kuo-toa were almost replicating like a 3D environment. Their buildings are not very well made, but they go well high up. And then they cross over with like all these bridges and pathways. It is a wild mess of just rickety architecture. As you get into the city, is there anything in particular you want to do? How are you trying to stay quiet and stealth around?
I mean, what's our plan here? Are we trying to get supplies and continue moving, or establish a safe haven?
We're not staying here. It's
I don't know if these people have anything we would need, but I imagine Gundra and I have a similar desire of things to locate within the city if possible.
Topsy
If-
Turvy. If it's not for me, you would either be eaten by a troll or sold to a witch. So, I know you probably don't think you
Sold
owe a drow anything, but if you want me to believe that, go look and see if they have any livestock, especially anything with wool. Take it. Take the wool off of their body, take a feather from any feathered beast they may have. If you can't find it, fine, but at least do this for me.
Here.
Oh,
Come on.
okay.
We will go with. Come
Rogi, you're
stool.
going with.
Yes.
Bringing stool with you.
And I will kind of put my arms around them as we move away, and whisper, He's not right. You don't
No.
owe him anything. You
He's-
guys are really great. You remember all that rowing you did back there? I was not conscious for most of it, but you did really well.
Okay.
And we're all gonna go sneak off.
Okay. Roll a stealth check. I'll roll one for stool. And then Topsy and Turvy.
Does Stool need to roll one if I'm mostly holding him?
You're
What
gonna
if he's
hold him the
not
whole
quiet?
time?
Oh,
true.
yeah, okay, that's
Just
a
not
good
be
point.
quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, so Stool rolled a 17, and Topsy rolled a 20. Turvy rolled a 10, but you rolled 26. I'd say that's a passing grade.
Hell yeah.
I think you're
Like an
good to
average
go.
of 16 or 18.
Sure. But you guys make your way out into town. It's hitting the city. Checking out the sights. Let's see, Rogi, Topsy and Turvy, and Stool. Alright.
I guess you can carry out that dialogue.
So where are you heading to exactly? You have an idea?
We are going to look for supplies like that. We're
Okay.
going to look for livestock, feathers, other things like that, as well as keeping an eye out for rope and.
There's lots of rope.
Oh, wow. I'm just going to be taking some rope as we go.
Okay. I mean, the place
and
is filled half of ropes. So
any loose ropes that is easy to take. If it would take more than 30 seconds to
I'll say there's
grab
there's
it.
at least 100 foot rope that you could probably just grab.
Cool. I'll throw 100 feet of rope into my inventory then. And another thing that Rogi is looking for is any sort of strange bits of Kuo-toan nature. After what did you say out loud, Frankie, what you know about Kuo-toa and their ability to make a god?
I'll explain it enough to where you know it, but in a way that kind of makes me demean it a little bit.
Sure.
Hey,
As if I was taking advantage of them back in the day when I was doing deals down here. They'll believe anything. So if you just go with it, you can make some pretty good coin down here.
I want to keep an eye out then, since I know this about Kuo-toa, for any house shrines, anything that looks particularly religious and that has nature growing off of it. Mushrooms, moss, lichen, other things like that.
as you travel around, there's a lot of just random bits of moss and whatnot. Nothing special by any means, even on the buildings.
Okay.
You notice at the docks that most of these docks seem to be like guarded, it seems, by plenty of different like Kuo-toas that wield these whips. But on these docks, they do have sturdier looking boats than you've seen previously. You try not to get too close, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like they're just guarding. Say, spend a little bit more time in, and eventually you do see what looks to be some sort of weird shrine. I can pull it up for you.
Boy.
It has a weird altar to it. You don't know, it looks odd. It looks like they had taken two octopuses, put them side by side and tied them with a rope, and then sprayed out, like, laid out the octopus. But underneath the octopus is a manta ray that is just oozing out blood into a jar.
Manta ray.
If you consider that nature, that might be it.
My other character would be
Okay.
pissed.
You would. Huh. Yeah.
You do see that there seems to be, people all around this shrine.
Yeah. I will take note of it, but quietly steer everyone away from where there are people.
Okay.
And see if we can locate any other kinds of... Looking for big buildings with livestock.
Okay. It's hard to see. You can kind of gather. There doesn't seem to be livestock in this city. You figure they probably just fish. Like, probably survive mostly off of fish. As you travel around, you accidentally bump into a Kuo-toa while looking the other way. And you panic for a moment before you realize this one seems to be not all there or something. He seems to be walking, but he keeps bumping into things. And then you hear him snore. He just looks like another person walking. It seems like Kuo-toa sleepwalk with their eyes open.
Ew.
Very odd.
I look at Topsy and Turvy and just motion for them to be quiet.
Okay.
And let them pass. Are any of these houses or buildings abandoned next to us?
It's
or
hard
like
to
just
say.
not currently anyone in them, rather?
It's very hard to say. Like, they're not really made with windows in most cases.
There's a
And
door, though, right?
There's occasionally, yeah, but sometimes the doors are like high up for no reason. The had just like it's a straight drop down. You figure they probably climb or a rope or something probably to get to these doors. Some of them are on ground level, but you occasionally hear people inside of them. It seems like there's a lot of people inside these buildings. It's hard to tell if anything's really abandoned. You would assume they were all abandoned if you didn't know that this is just a Kuo-toa city, because they all look just poorly made and dilapidated. At some
Well,
point, because of Frankie, I will say, at some point during your just scouting of the town, you do see what looks to be a shrine of the Sea Mother.
okay.
Where,
This.
right there. And like it's a 9-foot tall statue. A 9-foot tall statue stands here. Its body is roughly carved from some kind of wood, in the shape of a humanoid female. Its head and forearms formed with the severed head and claw of a giant albino crayfish. These parts are lashed on with strands of gut and emit an overpowering stench of rotting shellfish. Shells, brightly colored stones, mushrooms, and rotting fish are piled at the statue's feet and strung in garlands around its neck. 4 stern Kuo-toa slowly circle the statue, alert and on guard, while a few others mill about, gazing up at the statue and bowing repeatedly while chanting. From what Frankie is told, like, it seems like this god, let me try to pronounce her name, Blipdulpulp. Blipdulpulp is
Beautiful.
a scavenger goddess. And occasionally you see like a Kuo-toa come forward and kind of regurgitate a fish right at its feet,
Mm.
and then bows and then leaves.
Religious practices of people who are so unlike us are so fascinating.
You're cutting out.
Religious practices of those unlike us are so fascinating.
Okay, well, you see, like, there's just a bunch of shit at this goddess's statue. A few amount of coins, too.
They throw up and then they shit.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that surprising. It seems like anything discarded or recovered items are worth offering. In the more personal, it seems, the better, including such as regurgitating your food.
I think I'll pass on that.
I will. You said there's 4 stern-looking guards, right?
Right there. Yep.
Cool. Okay. For now, I'm going to sneak by, or we're gonna sneak by them and head towards this larger-looking structure.
Okay.
And ideally, what I want us to start doing is just listening at the door to see if there's anyone there or see if there's any slats, and then go into whichever one of these 3 buildings is the quietest.
You go through. You roll a perception check for me. Okay. You go to each one and listen in, and they all seem to be housing people. You can tell based on like the creaking of the floorboards, just the mutterings to themselves. You even hear that like 2 seem to have a conversation to each other, but not with each other, and about different topics. And while they're
Okay.
doing it, you could hear
They-
that they're just moving around as well.
Are they speaking Kuo-toan?
They're speaking under common.
Undercommon. Okay.
You do notice it seems like this building here
Mm-hmm.
is somewhat more habitable. People are just coming in and out of it. including now the archpriest that you saw in the skirmish the other day. Sitting outside of it, you also see a Duragar.
Chained?
He is, yeah, kind of wrapped up in ropes, but not a lot. It's like someone faked making an attempt almost, but he's not leaving, and you could probably tell just because there's just a bunch of Kuo-toa everywhere.
Hmm.
So it's like they went around, they like walked around him with a rope and just dropped it there. Not really tied together, but you could tell they're not concerned. Because if he tries to leave, he'll probably just be ripped apart. What do you
Got
do?
so many options now.
Too many options. That's not a bad problem to have.
I'm mad about this manta ray image.
Look upon God.
I will remind you, you will have 4 people with you, and one of them is barely a person. Basically just a head that can psychically link us.
I've got plans for what
Oh.
I'm gonna do with that in combat.
Can I have actually Stool use the spores so that the 3 of us can talk?
Yep, smart move. Yeah, talk psychically without making
Cool.
noise. Yeah, I would go with that.
And I will ask Topsy and Turvy, is there anything that you have seen that you need?
They both shake their head.
I point to the statue. I say, there are a few things there that I think I could use to greatly help us on our journey.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Are there any particularly beautiful shells or
There are a
mushrooms?
few, actually. Yeah. Some shells. There's actually a few gold coins, even.
I point to one of the shells and say, something like that. Based on what Stool has been telling me, and all the things around us could help me channel the nature of this place a little bit better.
I don't get it.
It is okay. You will learn in time.
I don't think so.
How big of a distraction do you think we need to get all of these people away?
I think that's a bad idea. Yeah, I do too.
No, it is a very bad idea. But still, what do you think it would take? How big of a thing?
Running in there and making a lot of noise and running away?
Ooh, it is not bad. Or, what if we set one of these structures on fire?
How?
Try to see if you can find any flint or tinder or fire here. This is what we will do.
Thing's kind of damp.
Is everything kind of damp?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, then come, help me look around. We will find something.
Okay. You probably tell they probably don't use a lot of fire here. So I'm sure you could probably find something. It might be tough.
If I have anything. I really don't want to rely on Gundra for help.
You're talking about distractions, and that's all he does. He's an illusionist. That's his whole fucking deal.
Is there anything else of note that we see as we sneak around the town? We're gonna head kind of towards this area. As we
I will
sneak
say,
about.
as you probably head towards there, you do see that archpriest again, but he's barking a bunch of orders out to a bunch of Kuo-toa, and then they all just scatter from different parts of the city. Clearly, it seems like they're looking for you guys now. I'll say as you get to about here, you do see it. This one has a chimney. And then you hear kind of like a tink, 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 tink. It seems like someone is trying to forge something, but not well. They're just smashing at a hot piece of metal over and over again, but poorly done. You've seen forge work in your day.
Is there a fire burning in this house?
There is a fire burning in this house.
So I have some rope now.
Yep.
Is the rope damp?
A little, but not enough to
little.
hinder you probably.
Okay. How many people are in this house?
Probably 3.
3?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say about 3.
I am going to tell Topsy and Turvy to take stool,
Okay.
and is there an nothing really flammable here. That's the difficult part. Wish I had my original equipment, damn it.
It's
We're
gone
setting
forever.
fires of all things. Wow.
It's gone forever.
Forget about it. I'll say it's getting to be about this time where the rest of you guys in the group that was left behind, you start to get nervous as you see all these Kuo-toa searching actively, and you're running out of places kind of to hide.
We've just been bouncing around, I guess.
Yeah, you're just kind of bouncing around from cover to cover, keeping an eye out, but they're searching and then they're doubling back. It's searching more.
Okay, I'll look some stuff up. Okay. Ooh, this is actually very interesting.
I was gonna volunteer myself and Shushar to go look at possible escape routes. If we can find a boat big enough for all of us, or 2 boats.
Do what you will. Well, Gundra's busy thinking of his own plans, which are mostly going to involve casting dancing lights 120 feet away from him.
Okay.
Which he hasn't really planned out how good of an idea that is yet, but we'll figure it out.
Fortune favors the bold.
It's a distraction, and that's all he needs.
We get advantage on an attack. We don't necessarily get any sort of sneak attack type thing or anything.
Nah, that's
No.
dedicated to rogues.
Or Jim Jar.
Or Jim Jar.
He's rogue. He's an NPC rogue, but he's rogue.
He's rogue enough.
Would you say he's roguelite?
No, shut up.
We have fairy fire, right?
I think so. What do you... Actually, we might get that at 3rd level.
Look up what level that is.
Yeah. Drow.
I thought fairy fire was a cantrip.
Alright, I have an
It is
idea.
a 1st level spell. We have
Okay.
dancing lights.
Dancing lights. Oh,
I think to stool.
Okay.
Do you think you could get any of your spores in the room with those people?
Not unless I was close,
How close?
like right next to him, kind of like I do got with you guys.
Hmm.
It's not really a ranged thing. It's just kind of around me. I'm sorry.
Well, that is okay, little one. We will find a way into their heads.
What you doing, Gavin? You're leading the side mission here.
Sure.
Sorry to interrupt. What innate spells does our drow friend have?
Let me look.
Should be dancing lights at minimum.
Yeah. He might have Fairy Fire and Darkness too, because he's an NPC.
Yes, he actually does.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Prepare Darkness for an emergency, but for now, hey, do you two help me create a distraction over the water? And basically, I want to coordinate with my two friends to make the most freak show dancing lights party, just floating over the water. Maybe a man in the center, and then the other four lights just swirling around it as fast as we can manage.
I like it.
And it only has to last for like 30 seconds, and it's gonna freak everybody out.
It is gonna look like quite the display. I think even Rogi, you'll probably be able to see it over the
Does some
building.
of the mushroom stalks count as witchwood?
I talked with Daniel.
Oh wait, it's innate. That's right,
Yeah.
innate.
Yeah, it's innate.
Rules as written, we would still need that, but it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. Same thing with like how the Duragar can just grow big or turn invisible.
They don't need iron or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure in the innate spellcasting it says requiring no material components.
The drow thing at least doesn't have that wording, and it needs that wording for it to go through. But you guys might have something different.
Yeah, Dwergar specifically state no.
Damn, they
Yeah.
Curse of PHB race.
Yeah.
They learned how to make races good 4 years afterwards.
Yes. But I'll say with you're doing it with Sereth and Keluth, you just start. You create a wildest fucking light show in the sky above the lake, and it is insane. A lot of the Kuo-toa have to like stop and look up at it, like just drawn to this light.
Okay,
they're all
whooshing.
now.
Even Rogi, you start to see this light in the sky, rushing around. Even you're very confused by it.
Okay.
Knowing a distraction when I see it, can I see can I quickly glance and see if any of the Kuo-toa here are looking at it?
A few of them, yeah, they start like trying to like walk outside like back doors and start just staring up at it.
Then I'm gonna leave the three of them there for just a second.
Okay.
And do they have their heads turned enough that I could run up and grab a shiny shell and run back?
Oh, from the shrine.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah,
55
feet. I could do it.
I'll say yeah. I'll say that they're well enough distracted.
I have bonus action Zephyr Strike on myself, and I
Okay.
run as quietly as I can.
Okay. I'll say they're distracted well enough, and you already have a good stealth roll. So I'll say yeah. You go up and you get this iridescent, almost teal, very beautiful, shiny like shell.
Yeah.
And then you run back.
And then I sprint back.
But you hear a few of them in the town as you're rushing back. It's a sign! The Deep Father! We must go to the shrine! It's a sign! It's a sign! Even you guys kind of hear this too in the other group. You hear some of them point and go, it's a sign! Oh, the Deep Father!
I have mixed feelings about this, but ultimately they're distracted. We have a little bit more freer reign to look around. By the way, I'm gonna search for weapons in any housing that even looks remotely empty. Just anything
Okay.
we can use.
I'll say if you just walk around, you do see there's a few untended to spears, some that kind of look like old school man catchers,
Okay.
a few just nets with like some barbs kind of woven in.
I don't care for the nets. I'll take some spears and pass
Alright.
them out.
I'd
I'll
say you can grab
take
about
one
like
of the
2
nets.
spears. Okay.
What was that, Daniel?
Yeah, you get about 2 spears quickly enough, and a net if you would like.
Okay. I'll hold on to the spears for now. We'll pass them out whenever we have time.
Are there
Um,
like flying creatures or anything anywhere?
No. I will say if you guys want to just steal some fish, that's quite abundant.
I'm looking for a feather on the ground as
Yeah,
we're traveling
no.
everywhere.
No, unfortunately. Not a lot of things fly in the Underdark.
Yeah.
Except if it's like insect wings or something like that. A lot of chickens come down here and live long.
Mm-hmm. Some weird things got feathers, but they're not common.
No.
Mhm.
I'm going to, now that I have what I need, start making my way towards the docks.
Okay.
Thinking to the rest of
So-
my party.
You're just gonna
Something's
try to
going
head
to
back.
happen. We need to see what this is.
Yeah, you start to
Yeah.
see a lot of these people at the Sea Mother Shrine. Some of them like kind of grab Hemeth. You see this archpriest, and they're kind of just moving towards the other shrine of the Deep Father.
Leaving this one unprotected?
To a degree, there's still a few people around.
How many?
Like 2, besides that are actually actively guarding. The rest are just like random citizens that are kind of drifting now towards this Deep Father Shrine.
We post up here then, for now.
Okay.
And I want to see if I want to A, hide most importantly, and B, see if there's any of these guys that leave eventually, because I want to nab some of that gold if I
There's
get the
not-
opportunity.
A lot. There's a few gold coins.
Oh, okay.
Most of it's just shit and crap that they just kind of picked up in the Dark Lake over the years and just dumped at the feet of this shrine. It's a
Okay.
goddess of scavenged possessions, so not a lot of valuables you see just kind of sitting there.
Well, then with a good view of both of them, we'll just post up here until I see something else happen.
Okay. So like a decent enough view, we'll say, out there. So you start to see they're beginning some kind of dialogue. It's hard to hear from your distance, but they're bringing in this Duragar and they're setting him out in front of this shrine. And then they're talking. It seems like there are 2 archpriests. You could probably gather based on the way they dress, they're from different religions. Maybe this is about like what the Civil War about has been going on around here about. But they're just silently talking. And you can't make out the words. Eventually, as one of them, it seems female though, it's hard to tell. She turns around and outstretches her arms to this shrine, and just as she does this, the first archpriest that you've actually seen in the water that was coming after you guys before, he raises up what looks to be a staff and just crashes it across this woman, like back of this woman's head. Her blood falls out, like leaks out. She drops to the floor, and then it is just chaos as 2 opposing groups of Kuo-toa just start fighting and tearing into each other. This poor Duragar, he's kind of sitting there like freaking out, doesn't know what the hell's going on. But he's in the thick of this fight. What do you do?
Can we find a boat?
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'll say you guys do actually find a boat. I'll say the Kuo-toa that typically guarding are so enamored by what's going on. that you guys can easily probably just walk up to the dock and let me make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's that simple just to get a boat. I'll say make those in the other group make a stealth check with advantage for me.
I'm going to guide Topsy. Cast guidance on Topsy as we go.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll say with that is a good enough stealth roll to get right past these Kuo-toa guards that are at the docks, and you can find yourselves pretty decent looking boats, at least better than the rafts you were kind of on. These seem to be like actual functioning boats.
Daniel, while we're near the water, sorry to interrupt a little bit. I was going to ask earlier, but I muted myself. Is there any clay deposits nearby?
Clay deposits?
I need clay.
No, there are no
Damn.
clay deposits.
Well, it's water, you know.
Anyways, so these are basically still just keel boat. Well, this is like keel boats, so I think,
That's going to hold 10 people.
yeah. So you guys can easily grab yourself like a keel boat or two if you would like.
There's 13 of us, I think.
Oh, yeah. We can dump off some of the. We can dump off some of the things and overcarry a little bit.
It seems like the keel boat can hold 7 people.
Okay, we'll take 2.
It takes 3 to crew and it can have 4 passengers. So yeah, you can grab 2 of them. You're basically ready to go, and eventually, like, you know, it's the light show stops. You hear the faint sounds of fighting, but you're not entirely sure. And then you hear screaming. Let's see if I can.
Oh boy.
I always find a good one. Trying to find them.
We hear screaming really far away from us that doesn't impede our journey?
That's right.
Oh.
I'm trying to find something good enough. Yeah, we'll go with this one. This is when things get wild.
Oh boy.
Because as you're running away, everyone across this whole cavern just stops because they're screaming, but then you hear boom, 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 and out. Throw that one. Out from the dark lake, you see one large tentacle, and then 2, 3, 4. Another sound rises above the burbling cries of the Kuo-toa. The dark surface of the water farther out bubbles and begins to foam. Thick, oily tentacle bursts forth, followed by another. Then 2 monstrous heads break the surface, both resembling hideous, angry baboons with wickedly curved tusks. Both heads are attached to a single torso, and the monster's red eyes burn with bloodlust and madness. The creature rising from the dark lake must stand about 30 feet tall or more, and water cascading down its back and shoulders. Upon reaching its full height, the great demon throws back both its heads and roars. I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw for me. As you look upon the insanity of the impossible dual nature of Demogorgon.
Hey, not that bad.
Oh boy. Okay, so Keyleth, Gundra, and Roki all fail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what this means, guys.
Yes.
It is
Madness.
time to roll the madness table. So, Keeluth. For 8 minutes, you do whatever anyone tells you to do that isn't obviously self-destructive.
Fuck yeah.
So that is your short-term madness. Boost that level, madness level, to 1. Gundra, your special short-term madness. You are stunned for 5 minutes.
Jesus
Boost that
Christ.
level to 1.
My God.
You are
Boy.
staring in this unfathomable personification of a monster of 2 natures, and you're trying to rationalize it. You see it stand before you, look upon its eyes, but no, you short circuit. Your brain breaks.
Do I recognize this thing?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Rogi,
I'm stunned for a
Rogi,
reason.
now's our chance. We must
Rogi.
kill all the drow.
the character, you begin to babble, incapable of normal speech or spellcasting for 6 minutes.
You respond with that.
Humana.
Does this affect our sanity score at all?
Yes, if you fail, up your sanity to level 1.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
Okay.
Does that mean we?
How do we enter in the sanity score?
'Cause
Because
it's
it's
currently
currently
an
an
ability score.
ability score.
Oh, is that how it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
make
that's what
it,
I just rolled.
Yeah, just make it a 1. It's fine.
Also,
However
what's
you
a
wanna do it.
failure?
So I currently have mine in as 12. So
Sure.
that modifier is the 1, because that's
Okay,
the good number.
I see. Yeah, just do that. That works. That'll just basically tell you, like, that's what your thing is. If you go insane again, it will be a long-term madness.
Okay.
So, as you look upon this horrifying demon lord, did I give you the art for it?
No.
Nope.
There we go.
That's Demogorgon bursting from
Boy.
the Dark Lake.
Sweet Jesus.
He will reach. He's coming from the Dark Lake. Actually, I can show him on the map too.
Oh no.
How big is this token?
Yeah, that's what
We're
I want
about
to
to
know.
find out.
Well, he's one of the smaller demon lords, so.
So
That's it?
It's about that big.
Huge creature.
Yeah, he's huge.
Gargantuan.
Or gargantuan or whatever it is.
So everybody who's not fucked up, how's the boat coming?
Yep.
They're getting to work. They are working very hard. They're getting going. Oh
Gunner is
fuck!
I will-
Fuck.
staring at this thing.
I
He's
will
not moving.
command Keeluth to help prepare the ship. Since
Keyleth,
she
you immediately get to work on helping. No
Mhm.
questions asked. No, to be fair, no one's aware that that's your insanity. That's just how it is.
Right.
I just tell everyone to help prepare the ship, and she just goes, or
She's
Keeluth just
immediate
gets.
on it. She's like
yeah,
she's
Keyleth
trying to
just goes,
distract
like,
herself
super
with
fast.
work.
Himself.
Or himself, yeah. It's like he's trying to distract himself from work. Just like just gonna get right back into it, you know. Not gonna think about the demon lord coming at us.
Classic Gundra does not help and just kind of stands in place.
Right. Now, Rogi.
Yes.
Stealth be damned in your running.
Oh yes.
Okay. Stealth be damned, you are fucking hauling asses. Everyone else gets this boat working. None of the Kuo-toa even stop you. As it takes a while, but eventually Demogorgon reaches the shoreline and starts to kill and smash and break and howl and chirp, and his tentacles are flying out in seemingly impossible directions and just wrapping around buildings, crushing it. He stomps on a whole group of Kuo-toa that can't get away in time, leaving nothing but just a bloody mess across its feet. You all quickly pile in to these keelboats, and you just fucking paddle.
I point to Demogorgon and say, "Heads and yep."
Who's getting Gundra? Okay, no one got Gundra. Seems like Gundra's getting left behind.
Would
Hey.
would Sarah
Once the task of readying the boat is complete,
No.
Keyleth will
Rogi
grab
will
Gundra and-
shove Gundra onto the boat as he runs on.
Shoving. Gundra can't stop looking away.
Yeah,
so
there's-
Bodane will
just
assist the
shoving
fellow
him.
wizard.
There's a weird lack of resistance.
He
just
showed me
eventually-
his spell list. I'll help the wizard.
I will just stare at Gundra and say, "Ha!
Looking through you, does not even acknowledge you.
Sound like a fucking baboon.
Appropriate,
Jesus
considering
Christ.
Hey,
appropriate.
Act like
considering
you've
the
seen a
head-
Demogorgon before.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, to be fair, all of you are deeply unsettled, deeply horrified and terrified that such a pure creature of pure chaos has just now descended upon your reality.
Mhm.
Depends
It
on
is-
how you look
it
at
may
it.
not
Kind
have
of
made
helping us
you
get
this-
away.
Kind of, but you're also more like you're running away.
Like, just to kind of talk about what little I know about this, Demogorgon is radiating madness, and only some of us were affected, but he's still radiating it. He's
Yeah.
causing feelings to strike through your body, and some of us
Yeah.
can't function because of it.
And Frankie's doing everything he can to cover it up,
Mhm.
to not show it.
It doesn't work. I'll tell you right now. It
I'll
doesn't.
roll deception if you want,
No,
sir.
I will say it doesn't work. It is Demogorgon himself. Actually, there's something I can roll. Oh no, that's.
You're scared of Demogorgon. You should see my mother.
You like go ha 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 ha.
I don't laugh.
Terrified.
Frankie doesn't laugh out loud.
You would.
You would? You just saw a demon lord.
That's right.
That's why he laughs.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. There's also one more thing
Epic.
about your madness of those who have failed. You take on a madness of Demogorgon.
Really? Already?
It is kind of an indefinite thing. Yeah, it's specific to demon lords.
I thought it was if we got a level 3 insanity. Because of them, that would happen. Okay.
It is specific. Other things can make you kind of increase your sanity meter. It is because you are of the demon lord himself that is doing this. So we'll start with Keyleth. I'm going to roll a D100 here.
Oh,
Anyone. I can't allow anyone to touch anything that belongs to me. They might try to take it away. Keyleth?
He's kind of already of that mentality, so fits.
Right. So just imagine it becomes solidified.
Jesus
next?
Christ.
Gundra.
That was a big roll.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 30. There is only one solution to my problems. Kill them all.
And this overrides other things?
Yes.
Is that for?
That one's for Rogi. That's 25.
Rogi wants
Rogi.
to kill everything
No,
now.
I do.
No,
Oh.
he does. Rogi, though,
Mm-hmm.
you're of the same mind.
There's
My
only one
God.
solution to my problem. Oh, wow. Love it.
He just made 2 murderers by yelling.
This'll be fun.
Welcome to the madness.
I'm adding that to my...
Yeah, there are other things that can increase your
Oh
insanity.
my God.
But because of the demon lord himself radiating his madness on this material plane, having failed a madness check, you get this is actually becomes a flaw that lasts until it is cured.
Oh, flaw. Okay.
It
I was
is a
gonna ask,
flaw,
is this
sorry.
a personality trait? Is this a bond?
It is
You know?
specifically a flaw caused by the madness of Demogorgon radiating out from him.
So it's not specifically an overriding thing.
Well, no, not specifically. It has become a flaw.
So it can be like, it can be roleplayed a bit, and
Yeah.
not so much being
Yes,
kind of
it
whole.
can be
fucking-
roleplayed. You're not really pigeonholed to it.
Mhm.
But luckily, Demogorgon currently is distracted by the mayhem and destruction that he can cause. And you all paddle the fuck away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Run away!
The only difference is as you're trying to get away, Shushar doesn't get on the boat and pushes it to get you guys going further, and then just stays behind. He gives you all a nod and rushes back to help his people.
Can I? Has it been 6 minutes? Can I talk?
No. Well,
Okay.
I'll say actually 6 minutes would have probably no 6 minutes would not have gone by the time you got there.
Yeah.
No,
Ah!
they'll say you're
Bleh.
still, yeah,
Shisha, what are you doing?
So,
What are
so
you
we
doing?
got double madness then?
You got your short-term effect madness, but this is a flaw that's added because of
Yeah,
Demogorgon.
we got 2
Okay.
madnesses.
Yeah, kind of.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess. Anyways, you all get away. Shushar stays behind and runs back into the city. And it takes a few hours, but you are completely out of line of sight of this mayhem and this destruction. Most of you try not to even look. And you escape into the confines of the Dark Lake.
Yes.
So, that's not how I expected that to go. Because there is a whole bit where you guys are taken in. You were brought to this shrine madness that was happening there.
I remember.
Yeah, there's a whole other way that was going to go. And let me show you the shrine map.
And
I
we
have
said
made.
fi on that.
Gundra begins
This is
moving
what was gonna be happening here, and you can't see them, but there's a bunch of those manta rays in the water. The vampire, like the
Ooh.
man-eating manta rays.
Ooh.
The Ixtichitl or something.
Yeah. So, real quick, Gundra begins moving after 5 minutes, but he doesn't really talk for a while, and he doesn't actually help with the boat at all. He just kind of looks back at the city as it disappears into the darkness.
Yeah, and after a few minutes, Rogi, you can speak clearly.
Hey.
And Keelan,
Yeah.
you be stopping so, you know, agreeable.
I imagine no one really told him to do anything. He's just not actively
row.
insulting people.
Yeah, he was just row. Okay. Getting to work. Eventually, that kind of compulsion goes away, and yeah,
We're far
you're
enough
still
away from the
rowing.
city. He doesn't even know that it's the madness. Just we're far enough away. No change.
no
We're far enough
change.
away from the city.
Does
Gundra,
anybody...
quit looking that direction.
Do you know what that was?
I don't want to know what that was.
Wow.
Something that would have destroyed us
Killed us
entirely if we
all.
had stayed.
That is an understatement. That is a creature that thrives on slaughter. It is a known being. Only one of it exists. It is the Prince of Demons. We've escaped it because that is the only thing we can do with that sort of thing. That said, I've been thinking.
The Prince of Demons?
Yes.
How did we escape that?
Had other things to play with. Know that it has given me inspiration. And I have shed my weakness because of it. Truly. Truly, we are more
Truth is just like
fortunate than we
frowning at
ever
this.
could be. Let's
Yeah,
get to a city with walls. It won't stand against him, but it's a little bit better than...
Yeah, you all have to face now the horrifying realization that a demon lord of the abyss is loose upon the material plane, specifically in your neck of the Underdark.
How?
I think that's a good stopping point, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's
There is one
gonna
last
be a
thing
problem.
Okay, we can keep
I
going.
would like to try to do,
All right.
and as he's talking, I'm going to ignore Gundra and try to cast Goodberry with my new shell, acting
Okay.
as my druidic focus.
Yay!
Okay. I think you'd have to put some more work into it to make it a focus. I say if the spell doesn't work, but you're getting there, I think you have to carve into it, really get it, really magic it up.
A thin smile just creeps across Rogi's face for a second. And he takes some of the spores that Stool creates are like physical spores.
Yes.
I have Stool create some of those, and I take some of the spores and I tuck them into the inside of the shell
Okay.
to start the process of getting it moldy.
All right.
Nice.
I like it. I like it. Anyone else have any final remarks?
I've already said my due. I've absolved myself of my weakness.
So
Okay.
now we're just on a giant fucking lake.
Yeah.
Heading to God knows where, running from God knows what.
Probably west. Not Gauntlgrim. The Duergar town.
Oh, Grackle Stew.
Arkelster is somewhere that direction. We'll
Grackle
eventually find
Jig.
it. I'm gonna stop the recording. Good session.
Okay.
All right.